Hey, if you're just joining us live on Facebook or YouTube right now, thank you. Welcome into Smoky Mountain Speedway. It is race number 2 of 2025 for the Jailbreaker Potato Chips Topless Outlaws Dirt Late Model Series. 51 steel block late models checked into the house here tonight at Smoky Mountain Speedway, representing 7 states. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure and check us out over on madspeed.tv. Very affordable streaming prices. Check it out, our official streaming host, madspeed.tv. But thank you for tuning in with a live check-in here on Facebook and on YouTube. We are in heat number 2, Noble Knights Construction Services, heat number 2. Top 4 will transfer to the big show. The top 6 qualifiers have already drawn for their starting spots for the dash coming up right after heat racing. So as soon as that last heat fires, the 4th heat, to set the positions 7 through 24, we're really 22. We have 2 provisionals left, but if we don't need those provisionals, top 5 will transfer from heat 1 and 2. All right, meanwhile, back on the racetrack, Anthony White Jr., Eric Orr, Jason Welshan, and Dante Curtis make up your top 4. We're back underway. No laps yet official in this 8-lap heat. And again, top 4 transfer, possibly top 5. Anthony White Jr. coming off a big win last night up at the newly rebirthed Big South Fork Raceway, a racetrack that had been closed for 22 years. Is now reopened and running the steel block late models. And Anthony White Jr. getting a big win. I don't think he was just a toddler when they last raced back in 2003, I believe it was. So he's 24 years of age, so he would have just been a 2-year-old. And probably was at the racetrack. His dad, Anthony White, raced there for many years, and I think he might have even won a championship or 2 during the run back in the first part of the century. Mid-late 90s, early teens, or early 2000s, I should say. We got a spin over here in turn 4. Can't see the number on the car from, he's voicing some maybe disconcern there with 00 maybe, I'm not sure. Race director Mike Price letting him know, hey, settle down. That is the 49 of James Scooby Kelso. So we do have 2 laps officially scored. Oh, maybe it's the 22 car. Maybe the 00 he's got a beef with. I'm not sure what's going on here. I do not have a receiver or a track official radio. I'm sure since the 49 is the alone car that spun, he should go to the tail. Everybody else will get their positions back. Oh, little contact. Little extracurricular activity there from the 49. Come on, Scooby. This shows what putting a helmet on, getting inside a race car can do for the nicest of guys. Oh, Scooby's he's a character. He sings our national anthem very often. He says he and his son are racing tonight. Probably will not be singing the national anthem for us, but we appreciate him for doing that oftentimes. So he'll start tail on the field. 2 laps are scored of the 8 that will make up the distance here in heat race number 2. 2 more heats locked and loaded over on the backside, ready to come on to turn 2 and do battle here. So the winner here of heat 2 will start 8th. In the main event, right now it's Anthony White Jr. bringing the field off of turn 4. We're back underway. Anthony White opening up a 1.3 second advantage that time by over the 0-1 of Jason Welshan in the Warrior House steel block car. Eric Orr is 3rd. Dante Curtis 4th, the 4th and final transfer car for now. Chad Alley is 5th. Could possibly get a transfer, but we're only halfway here in this heat. A lot of things can happen. In fact, there is some battling going on for that 2nd spot. Eric Orr trying to get to the inside, and does, of Jason Welshan. Eric Orr takes over 2nd. Jason Welshan back to the inside, exiting turn 2 and down the back straightaway. Now single file, second through fifth. Meanwhile, your leader, a good 2.5 seconds now over second place, is Anthony White Jr. He'll take the white flag next time by. White flag waves for Clinton, Tennessee, second-generation driver Anthony White, son of Anthony White, the dirty white boy. Hasn't been racing much this year. In fact, I don't know that Anthony White Sr. has raced, but we know that Anthony White Jr. has. He's got a heat win here tonight. He'll start 8th on the 40-lap, 4,222 to win Lester Weeks Memorial here at Smoky Mountain Speedway. Eric Orr will take second, 3.2 seconds back. Then it's Jason Wilson third, Dante Curtis fourth, and Chad Alley out of Clinton, Tennessee, the 16C, is fifth. He could possibly be a transfer car. But we'll know that here after the heats are complete to see who gets a provisional, who does not need a provisional. We have very strict provisional rules. I don't think a lot of cars here, only the second race of the season. It may just be your points leader from the first race. That would be the 171 of Kyle Courtney, who won that first event, April 26th at North Georgia, among 50 cars representing 5 states down there. The first night out here in 2025 for the newly branded Topless Outlaws, presented by Jailbreaker Potato Chips, the official potato chips of the Topless Outlaws. Flavor so good, it ought to be illegal. You can find them at your area Weigel stores and other area convenience stores as well. Our feature winner night will receive some bags of Jailbreaker potato chips. They're up here in the tower, and everybody's asked about those. Can we have those? No, that's for the feature winner. All right. Speaking of Kyle Courtney, your points leader ended up in a heat. He is starting pole of Heat 3 here in Noble Knights Construction Services heat racing action. He hails from Knoxville, Tennessee in the 171 car. Alongside him, out of Athens, Tennessee, the 757 of Kelby Norwood. Row 2 on the inside, out of Maryville, the 5 of Derek Birchfield. Alongside him, out of Seymour, Tennessee, the 29 machine. It is the Warrior steel block house car. On the inside of row number 3, starting 5th, will be Knoxville, Tennessee's Eddie King Jr. driving for the Hickmans tonight in the 6 with a Ford power plant. Alongside him, out of Sevierville, Tennessee, the 15 car of Noah Phillips. Row 4 on the inside, out of Lafayette, Georgia, the 18T of Casey Turman. Alongside him, out of New Tazewell, Tennessee, the 90 of Jason Trammell. Row 5 on the inside, starting 9th, out of Seymour, Tennessee, car 23 of Lane Clifton. Alongside him, out of Murfreesboro, the 12 machine of Jack Franklin. And riding shotgun on this field of 11, driving the 00 car out of Harriman, Tennessee, it is Luke Crass. 8 laps, top 4 transfer. All right, a race director telling the guys to get bunched up. We are going green this time by Kyle Courtney, Kirby Norwood, Derek Birchfield, Rusty Ballinger, Eddie King Jr., and Noah Phillips making the top 6. Green flag over the speedway. We are underway. Juking and jiving down the back straightaway, jockeying for positions throughout the entire field. And the 171 of Kyle Courtney will lead the first of 8 laps here in heat number 3. Rusty Ballinger hanging on to second. Kirby Norwood third. Noah Phillips is fourth. He is your final transfer car. On the outside looking again is the 5 machine of Derek Birchfield, but he's pulling up on the back deck lid of the 4th place machine of Noah Phillips. That's a side-by-side battle now. In fact, it's a battle for 3rd. So those are the 2 transfer cars. The last 2 will transfer. That battle right there between Kirby Norwood and Noah Phillips. And I'm telling you, 1 position means 4 positions in the feature lineup. And that's a lot. So if you're battling for 3rd, in the third heat, you're probably battling for starting spots 20th or on back, because we transfer 22, so it'd be 21st, right? Well, the final transfer would be 21st, I believe. We'll let the officials do the official math on that. But hey, we got a change up front. A side-by-side battle for the lead. Exiting turn 4, lap number 6 on the board. Kyle Courtney leads it. Rusty Ballinger wants it. He wants it in a bad way. Exiting turn 2, down the back straightaway. Side-by-side now. Cody Courtney with the momentum. In fact, it's Kyle Courtney. I got to get my Courtneys right. His little brother already raced. And it will be Rusty Ballinger taking the lead at the white flag. 1 lap to go. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Cody Courtney will have just lost 4 starting spots for the feature if this holds out. Rusty Ballinger would have gained 4, and he does. Rusty Ballinger, the Warrior House car, takes the win. Kyle Courtney second. Kelby Norwood, in third, and Noah Phillips, your 4th and final transfer car. Jason Trammell finding himself just 1 spot out on the outside looking in. We'll check that, see if he might be eligible for one. I don't think so, because he wasn't down at Duck River. Those guys that showed up down there, 34 strong, while it rained all day long in Wheel, Tennessee, down near Murfreesboro, they got a lot of points. 40 points, that would be the number of points that drivers would earn if they did not transfer into any regular show. So 25th out, not making it in, gets 40 points on a regular night. That is the same case here tonight. Only 24 cars will make the starting field. I think last place pays like 44 or 45 points, something like that, maybe 46. But anybody that does not transfer, as long as they made a qualifying run, will get 40 show-up points. And so that's what those 34 cars got down at Duck River a couple of weeks ago. All right, your 4th and final heat to get your final field set. Starting on the pole, out of Knoxville, Tennessee, the F4 machine of Hayden Cardwell. Alongside him, out of Allen, Kentucky, he now calls Destin, Florida home, the 18K of Brandon Kinzer. Row 2 on the inside, out of Maryville, Tennessee, doing double duty tonight. He's on the pole for the Sportsman feature. He'll have to earn that right. Well, he won't be on the pole, but he'll have to start pretty far back. He starts 3rd in this heat in the 51E of Jed Emmert. Alongside him, starting 4th out of Harrogate, Tennessee, 329 machine of Travis Fultz. Emmert and Fultz both have 1 feature win under their belt for the Topless Outlaws, each coming at home tracks. Dalton Jones out of Wartburg, Tennessee in the 19 machine will start 5th. Ryan Timms out of Georgetown, Tennessee starts 6th. Row 4 on the inside, starting 7th out of Noonan, Georgia, the 99 machine of Rucker Orr. Alongside him, out of Franklin, North Carolina, the 29H of Evan Harrell. Then it's Joseph Faulkner out of Fayetteville, Tennessee in the 25 car, Jacob Kelso in the 4K, and Mac McCarter out of Gatlinburg, who is light across the scales, should start 11th in this one if he goes with us. I do not see him on the racetrack, so a tough break. If you're light at the scales and there's 51 cars that show up, you end up starting last of the 4th heat. You might just decide, well, guys, let's cut our losses here. Let's load up. Meanwhile, back on the racetrack, though, 2 by 2 by 2 in the green box in turn 4. Green flag waving over heat number 4. And it's Hayden Cardwell with the lead down the back straightaway. Brandon Kinzer 2nd. Travis Fultz 3rd. Jed Emmert is 4th. Here they come off of turn 4 for the first lap of 8. Topless Outlaws Fast Car Dash. You need to be in staging. Topless Outlaws Fast Car Dash. You need to be in staging. Your dash is next. Fast Car Dash cars. You need to be in staging now. Caution on the speedway. We've got a spin up here in the high side of 3 and 4. And that would be Jacob Kelso out of Maryville, Tennessee, the son of James Kelso, who was in the previous heat in the 49 car. Not been a good night so far for the Kelsos. So 1 lap is official. We should have a Dixie double file restart. The F4 of Hayden Cardwell, your leader, Brandon Kinzer, will get the choose spot inside or outside unless we're going single file. Maybe we are. All right, I guess we're going to forego the Dixie double file and be a single file restart here for your fourth and final heat. Top four only transfer in this one. Hayden Cardwell had pulled away by .715, just under a second over Brandon Kinzer. Here they come, firing it off of turn four. We're back underway. Travis Fultz and Jed Emmerich battling it out over here in 3 and 4 for that third and fourth and the final transfer spot. Fultz has it. The 51 of Jed Emmerich is in your fourth and final transfer spot, but he has got a battle with the 84 of Ryan Timms. He closed the door there. I know that Jed Emmerich knows he's in the fourth and final transfer spot. He'll start 22nd if he can finish there. Halfway, lap 4, next scored for Hayden Cardwell in the F4 machine. A car, I believe, is a Sammy Russell ride. Cardwell's usually in one of the 7 machines. And we're stretching them out way around the racetrack now. A second and a half is the advantage for Hayden Cardwell now. Brandon Kinzer second, Travis Fultz third, Jed Emmerich is fourth. And in the final transfer spot right here across the start-finish line as we speak. And enough distance there unless something catastrophic happens. White flag about to wave now for Hayden Cardwell in the F4 machine. Oh, that'll be next time by. My bad. It's 8 laps, Brad, not 6. That would have been the checkered flag. White flag now will wave for the F4 of Hayden Cardwell. 7 of 8 laps. That's a good number of laps here at Smoky Mountain Speedway, even though it's been reduced. We've got a spin, though, up here in turns 1 and 2. Is that your leader? Oh, my goodness. Your leader. Just as I said, race fans, unless something catastrophic happens in these final 2 laps, these cars have broken away, and the F4 of Hayden Cardwell has just spun on his own out in 1 and 2. So apparently the F4 spun because of the black 4. And that was called on the lap car. Okay. So the F4 of Hayden Cardwell will lead lap number 7 of 8. Hayden Cardwell down the back straightaway. Brandon Kinzer less than a second behind in second. Travis Fultz third. Jed Emmerich is fourth. So that will wrap it up for heat racing action. And race fans, my bad. Apparently the black 4 spun and caused the F4 to spin. I did not see that. All I saw the 4 turned around, and the rest of the history. So Hayden Cardwell will get the win. He'll start in the feature as I'm pretty sure, the 11th. No, he'll start 10th, actually. He'll start the 10th spot, and then, of course, we'll check our provisionals and see who starts in the 23rd and 24th starting spots. It may not be provisionals. It may be the 5th car in both the Heat 1 and Heat 2. That's how it works. So if no provisionals are needed, we'll just transfer 5 from the first 2 heats.